The 2026 NFL Draft is just around the corner, and all eyes are on the San Francisco 49ers as they hold the number 27 overall pick. With speculation running rampant, the team's intentions are under the microscope, and as we dive into the latest buzz from analysts and mock drafts, one thing is clear. The 49ers have some critical decisions to make. So, where are you watching from today? Drop a comment and let us know your thoughts on what the 49ers should do with this pivotal pick. NFL.com analyst Bucky Brooks has stirred the pot with his final mock draft, predicting that the 49ers will make a significant move to enhance their wide receiver core by selecting former Washington standout Denzel Boston. Brooks argues that while the additions of Mike Evans and Christian Kirk have bolstered the receiving options, Boston represents the future of this position for San Francisco. The departures of Jennings, Kendrick Bourne, and Sky Moore leave a gap, and Boston's physicality, standing at 6'4" and weighing 212 pounds, could be the key to winning those contested catches. With 20 touchdowns over the last 2 seasons, his red zone capabilities are undeniable, and having a seasoned mentor like Evans could fast-track his development. On a similar note, Fox Sports reporter Eric Williams echoes this sentiment by projecting Boston to the 49ers at number 27 as well. He emphasizes that the team still believes it can contend for a Super Bowl, and adding a young, reliable playmaker like Boston could be crucial. While Evans and Kirk provide immediate impact, their long-term viability is questionable, making Boston a smart choice for the future. However, the 49ers can't afford to neglect their defensive front, especially after finishing last season with the league's lowest sack total. NBC Sports Bay Area's Matt Mayako believes that addressing the pass rush should be a primary focus, especially with Nick Bosa and Michael Williams returning from ACL injuries. Mayako's final mock draft has San Francisco selecting former UCF edge rusher Malachi Lawrence, highlighting his quickness off the snap, an attribute that defensive line coach Chris Kukurek highly values. Lawrence's potential to complement Bosa in passing situations could be a game-changer for a defense that desperately needs it. Transitioning away from the trenches, we turn our attention to the future of the offensive line. Allison Kohler from Pro Football and Sports Network projects that the 49ers are preparing for life after Trent Williams, who, despite signing a lucrative 2-year extension, is nearing the twilight of his career. Kohler suggests former Clemson tackle Blake Miller as a fitting successor, citing his impressive experience and athleticism. With nearly 4,000 snaps and 54 starts under his belt, Miller could become a franchise cornerstone if he continues to refine his technique. Meanwhile, Connor Orr from Sports Illustrated examines a different candidate for Williams' eventual replacement, Max Ihenekor from Arizona State. While some may view him as a project, or argues that working alongside a veteran like Williams and under offensive line coach Chris Forster could expedite his development into a reliable starter. This conversation around the offensive line is crucial as the 49ers look to maintain their identity and protect their franchise quarterback. ESPN's Nick Wagoner also weighs in, suggesting that if the 49ers were to select from the available talent at number 27, the offensive line or an edge rusher would be their best bet. He leans towards offensive tackle Caleb Lamu, noting his safety as a selection compared to Ihenekor's higher ceiling. Lamu's experience on the left side makes him an ideal candidate to eventually succeed Williams. On the other hand, we have Vinny Iyer from Sporting News advocating for former Alabama tackle Caden Proctor. Iyer believes that the 49ers are increasingly intrigued by Proctor's physicality and nimbleness, suggesting he could be molded into one of the NFL's top offensive tackles. This shows just how serious the team is about finding a long-term solution to protect their quarterback. As we dissect these projections, Mike Connolly from The Big Lead introduces yet another angle, suggesting that the 49ers might actually prioritize their struggling pass rush by selecting Cassius Howell from Texas A&M, with the urgency to inject youth and explosiveness into the edge positions. Howell's potential could be a critical factor for a team looking to regain its defensive prowess. In a bold move, CBS Sports analysts Pete Prisco and Ryan Wilson both lean toward bolstering the 49ers' pass rush. Prisco highlights Zion Young from Missouri, who recorded 6.5 sacks last season as a solid choice to address the team's needs, while Wilson also favors Malachi Lawrence, emphasizing his strong performance at the Shrine Bowl and his fit with San Francisco's defensive scheme. The complexity and breadth of the 49ers options at number 27 reflect the organization's commitment to building a team that not only competes now, but also secures its future. As we continue to sift through the latest rumors and projections, it's evident that this draft will be pivotal in shaping the next chapter for San Francisco. Now, let's keep that momentum going and transition to our next item on the agenda. The San Francisco 49ers are making headlines again, and this time, it's about the cornerback position. On paper, it might seem like the 49ers are well-stocked in that area, but the recent additions of Jack Jones and Nate Hobbs indicate that defensive coordinator Raheem Morris has plans to shake things up in the secondary. This is a pivotal moment for the team as they strategize for the upcoming draft, and fans are eager to see how this will unfold. At pick 27, Johnson stands out as the cornerback most likely to be available. While he might be the cleanest option at that point in the draft, there are concerns that could impact his stock. If Jermud McCoy drops to the 49ers at that pick, it would likely be due to troubling injury updates regarding his ACL recovery. San Francisco should remain cautious here. Injury risks are not something the franchise can afford to gamble on. On the other hand, if Johnson slips, it might be due to minor issues like his smaller college pedigree and a slender frame. Nevertheless, he could still be a solid pick for the 49ers, adding depth and skill to their defensive lineup. Rumors are swirling about the 49ers showing interest in Muhammad, which would require them to take him with their second-round pick, 58th overall. Although Muhammad may be a bit on the lighter side, he has the length and athleticism to thrive in the right system. His ceiling is impressive, and if the team can harness that potential, it could be a game-changer for their secondary. Speaking of ceilings, Devin Moore could be a high-reward selection. At 6 feet 3 inches and 198 pounds, he boasts a 4.5-second 40-yard dash time, which is exceptional for a player of his height. His performance in the SEC has been inconsistent, but those physical tools are enticing for any coach willing to take a chance in the 4th round. This is where the 49ers could find a hidden gem. Neal presents a similar profile to Moore, standing at 6 feet 2 inches and weighing 203 pounds with even longer arms. Both players are projects at this stage, embodying the kind of risk-reward strategy that can pay off big for a franchise like the 49ers. The 4th round is a perfect time to swing for the fences, and both Moore and Neal could develop into significant contributors. Then there's Prysock, who checks in at 6 feet 3 inches and 196 pounds. While he may not be as polished as Moore and Neal, he possesses a similar upside that could entice the 49ers to consider him as well. The coaching staff will have their work cut out for them in developing these young talents, but the potential is undeniable. One name that has been gaining traction is Will Lee, who has been mocked to the 49ers by analysts. Lee offers solid size and instinctive playmaking abilities, but he does have some durability issues, especially when facing off against stronger receivers. He'll need to bulk up to handle the NFL's physicality, but if the 49ers can build him up in the 4th round, they could find themselves with a valuable asset. As we analyze these prospects, it's clear that the 49ers are at a crossroads. They have the opportunity to strengthen their secondary significantly, and with the right picks, they could set themselves up for success in the upcoming season. Fans, where are you watching from, and what are your thoughts on these potential draftees? This is an exciting time for the 49ers, and your opinions matter. Let's keep this conversation going as we delve deeper into the next segment of our discussion. As we delve into the latest from the San Francisco 49ers, it's clear that the franchise is making bold moves that could reshape the future of their offensive line. So, where are you watching from today? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. The big news? Trent Williams has officially inked a 2-year, $50 million contract extension, a deal that not only solidifies his place on the roster, but also makes history. He's now the first non-quarterback in NFL history to surpass $400 million in total contract value and $225 million in guaranteed money. That's significant, folks, and it shows just how highly the 49ers value his contributions on the field. On a press briefing earlier this week, General Manager John Lynch spoke about the importance of this deal, emphasizing the confidence the team has in Williams. "We did a 2-year deal with Trent, with great confidence that Trent's going to be here for a couple of years," Lynch stated. "This isn't just about keeping a player. It's about maintaining a cornerstone of the offensive line while setting the stage for a more robust future." Lynch further elaborated on the discussions he had with Williams during the offseason, touching on the player's mindset and aspirations. This personal approach gives us insight into how the front office is not only managing contracts, but also cultivating relationships, which is crucial in a sport where trust and camaraderie can make or break a season. What's also intriguing is how this extension opens up strategic avenues for the draft. While the 49ers have added depth to their roster in free agency, the reality is that Williams will be 39 when this contract expires. He has aspirations to continue playing until he's 40, but the team must be prudent in planning for the future. Lynch acknowledged this duality of thought. There's both short and long-term thinking behind this move. It's a calculated decision that allows the 49ers to solidify their present while also preparing for a transition in a critical role. This foresight is essential, especially in today's NFL, where the longevity of players can be unpredictable. Lynch went on to discuss the recent addition of Adrian Lowe, a player who has experience as a starter in this league. We felt like we needed to improve as a swing tackle, he said, indicating that the team is not resting on its laurels. They recognize that while Williams is a premier tackle, the need for depth and readiness is paramount. The fact that they're proactively seeking solutions to ensure their quarterback's protection speaks volumes about the organization's commitment to excellence. For now, Trent Williams remains a key figure in the 49ers lineup, performing at an elite level even at 37 years old. His ability to protect the quarterback and anchor the offensive line is invaluable. The reality is, as fans, we should appreciate this moment. The 49ers are not just securing talent, they're building a legacy. As we wrap up this segment, it's clear that the organization is making thoughtful moves that reflect both current needs and future ambitions. The 49ers are committed to winning, and with players like Trent Williams leading the charge, the horizon looks bright. What do you think about the 49ers' decision to extend Williams? How do you feel about the draft strategy moving forward? Let us know where you're tuning in from and share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for all the latest on the San Francisco 49ers and stay tuned as we continue to follow this electrifying journey.